degrees downtown. Weatherman said 22 degrees. Knew that we were going to get past that. I said 26 degrees today, and unfortunately Barbara said 27. Went way past it, actually. In fact, I think we've still got plenty of day to go. Might even get right on back up there. You never know. Friday, February 18th, and today, I'm absolutely elated to catch up with good friends of ours. Yes, Uncle Watson's widow is joining us. But first of all, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, absolutely elated, yes, Uncle Watson's widow is joining us. And for those of you that are joining us on Facebook Live right now, got to say thank you so much for everybody taking part. I really, really am. And don't forget, we are so elated to be able to say that we are now in association with Rise Up TV. Big record, yes. And also Orchard, you know, Sony Music, The Orchard, yes, they are with us as well. So let's get it underway.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107fm in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music The Orchard.
And we're off. So guys, what have you been doing since the last time we caught up?
Working with a new guitarist on a new album. Of course, learning some old material with him, but also starting to work on new material and a lot of original material.
Okay, so, gosh, well, what have you replaced Kim?
Sort of. Yes, sort of. John says sort of.
Okay,
Actually, I want this one.
now there's a hell of a good idea.
I do need a bottle.
Okay. Trying out guitars.
There's a Kim sense
John would like to explain.
Is Kim though?
I do too.
Because I think this second guitarist doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Well, Steve, come on, I'm sure you could have opened that with your teeth before now.
well, no, Kim,
No.
you know, Kim was so deep into this other project he was doing with our friend Todd Yan, retired stand-up comic, speaking of comedy. He was just so into it that we said, well, listen, we're just going to keep going. You do that, and when you want to come back, come on. And so he'll probably pop up in the next album, at least on a tune or two, I would guess. He's one of those guys you can call on the phone and say, hey, you want to play guitar? And he'll say, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then he'll say, what are we playing?
Yeah, and where are we playing?
And where is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Wait,
he
what
wouldn't
did
have
it
played it, although he played it.
Oh, Gumby.
That was Gumby, damn it. Yeah, our drummer, we're going, okay, we're going to play this song. And he goes, I've never heard this song before. And we're like, Gumby, that's you. That's us, man. What are you talking about?
Gumby.
Oh, busy man.
Fair enough. Anyway, let's go to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I've got to welcome along everybody that's joining us this morning, especially Sean Simpson. Love you, darling, we really, really do. And of course, Pamela is in there from Rise Up TV. Terry Van Cannon is joining us. Nice to have you on board, brother man, coming out of North Carolina, where we are right now, talking to Uncle Watson's widow. Of course, we're talking to John, Becca, and, well, I don't know whether I should say this or not, but do we call him Gumby or not? What do we call you, Steve, do we call you Gumby?
No, I'm not Gumby.
Gumby's one of our two drummers.
Oh, okay.
Probably won't answer. Probably won't respond.
We've been working pretty hard on that too. We decided to give the old two drummer thing a try.
I think I'm closer to Pokey.
Fair,
I like it.
fair enough.
Temperament.
John, I kind of like the idea of a double drummer kind of deal in a band. And believe me, many, many years ago, I'm referring back to the Gary Glitter era, if you remember that, and how successful that was. Believe me, I've had a couple of bands of my own and I've tried that. Only problem is, they both, seem to think that they're king of the beat, you know what I mean, and they don't agree with each other, so I wish you luck with that.
Well, musicians are temperamental by nature, man, right?
It's true. But they're both very different drummers, so that's
But they're actually good friends, and they're working out pretty well together so far. We'll see how it goes. I think it's sexy.
Yeah, I do too. I got to agree with you.
Anyway.
An absolute fat drumming sound. Love the idea. Good luck with it. And keep me informed because I want to hear this now.
I'll send you videos.
Yep. And next album for sure. We're already talking to the studio about a time to get in there because we want to do it in a block instead of over weeks and months and years.
Well, I got to be honest with you guys. That really does excite me. It really, really does. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. So we opened up the show with Nasty Dogs, Funky Kings. Tell me all about this.
Well, it's two songs that ZZ Top did early in their career. Off two of the first.
Second and third?
Second and third.
Yeah, third, fourth, something like that.
I think it's second and third. And John had this idea. He just seemed like they're not in the same key, but they work themselves well. There's a riff that kind of ends in an F, and the other song begins in an F. So we kind of go from one to the other. It's kind of a twofer that seems to it works. Somehow it works.
And those tunes are so fun to do because in a live context, they just allow you to go for as long as you want or stop if you're blowing it. But, we should probably ask Rob to come in and play sax for us, our friend Rob Yingling, because we thought, hey man, ZZ Top tried sax on their stuff. Let's try sax on their stuff too, because I can't top Billy Gibbons.
Well, I totally understand. But having said that, John, I mean, are you into a bit of premarital sex?
It depends on who the pre-married person is. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. I'm fully there too.
With those it depends questions.
Well, I got to be honest with you. That was the very first instrument I ever learned to play was sax. So, and only because my cousin used to do it, and I could see him pulling the birds like crazy at the pub. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to give that a go. And my auntie taught me how to play it. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Had a lot of fun learning it as well. So, having said that, guys, and believe me, it has been a kind of a curious kind of time since the last time we caught up. How's the COVID deal going with you guys right now? Are you managing to get any gigs happening, or are you recording and writing more music at the moment?
Well, one of the reasons we haven't really been able to get out and play is specifically the COVID thing here in North Carolina. Every time we seem to have it almost under control, it spins out of control again.
Well, but I think it's spinning down. The governor of North Carolina actually came to our area today and was talking about basically ending the mask mandate throughout the state. I think that's going to start March 1st. So things are progressing, hopefully in a positive manner.
Which is good because, I mean, you know, that's how bands make money now. You know, you don't really make it off of streaming or sales of music. You make it out of performance or merchandise.
Yes.
You're getting a lot of money.
Yeah, you know, guys, believe me,
Actually.
I hear the same thing everywhere around the world right now. It's 2 steps forward, 6 back, and just when we're getting to the point of, okay, we can open up, we can start doing shows, we can start entertaining again, something comes along. And I got to remind you, even though Omicron is the trendy one right now, don't forget, Delta's still there. It hasn't gone away, right? It can be still very, very deadly. So please take care of yourself in any way you can, literally. Guys, we must move on. And I really, really am fascinated with this. When I first heard this track, loved it, loved it, loved it. Put it to the playlist in my car. I do play it in my car quite a bit. But tell me a little bit about Please Don't Judas Me.
That's my favorite song on the album. I love it. Yes. That's my favorite.
That one was a old Nazareth tune. It was off of Hair of the Dog. And it's clear from listening to the original that they were smoking quite a bit of hashish during the recording process, because it takes them about 5 minutes to get to the beginning of the song. At least. So we're like, well, man, what would happen if we dropped all the wow, this is great hash part off of that and beefed up the guitar a little bit? And then it turned into this mad experiment, baritone guitars and 7 strings and ebows, and it was basically in 12 string, I think. Didn't you play 12 string there too?
Acoustic 12, yeah.
Yeah, it just became a guitar fest to see how much noise we can make when we were done. Originally, Steve and I talked about doing it acoustically. And then when I threw the baritone guitar in there, all bets were off, and it just, we just went more guitars, more guitars, more guitars.
You know, and as I say, I play you in my car when I'm going home at night. Absolutely love, love, love this track. I really, really do. So right now, here at Galaxy is Uncle Watson's Widow. Yes, please, don't Judas me. Guys, we're getting a stop-start vision from you guys. So
to ring back?
I apologise. I'm trying to catch up with what you're saying and how I see you at the same time,
Will
if you know what I mean.
Background?
No, we can work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a little choppy.
It's kind of choppy over here as well.
We got some serious weather rolling in, that might have something to do with it.
Okay, yep.
Hi, Terry.
Terry's joining us. Terry Van Kennon from North Carolina.
Hi,
It's
Sharon, darling.
absolutely a pleasure.
Hey, Terry.
God, I haven't seen you in like over a year, man.
I haven't seen him since the Rolling Stones tribute we did.
Oh, that's right. I've seen it.
I think he disappeared for a little while when he went pumpkin picking.
Pumpkins. I thought he was a popcorn farmer.
Popcorn
Pretty
farmer?
sure he is.
Well, he could be, but his lovely lady has something to do with pumpkins as well, and they had a big pick. Was it just before Halloween?
Yeah, we're way into pumpkins here in the States for Halloween.
Yeah, we don't really. No.
It's a real industry, man.
Believe me, he had millions of the bloody things to deal with. So, yeah, no, I'd be sick and tired of the sight of the bloody things by the time that came around. Sharon Murray White is joining us. Hello, Sharon. Nice to have you on board. Loved the interview with you the other day. Absolutely fantastic interview. And thank you for joining us here at Galaxy. It's always a pleasure. to see you again. It really, really is. Keep in touch with us and keep new music coming, won't you, sweetheart?
That's why I asked you.
You know, it's like you mentioned it. Yeah, but you know, it's a bummer, man. So what do you want? You can't make ecological disaster a happy bouncy tune, you know?
Yeah, I guess not.
I definitely. Yeah, it is.
If we get the band in there, I think it'll mellow it a little.
Yeah, well, you know, right.
We're having a meeting, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks for including me in your meeting.
Here you go. You know what you're supposed to do, right?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Right, he's good, you know, I mean, would it be exactly what I would do? Probably not, but then we're not paying him, he's just doing it because he's a fan. You know, but.
You back?
Very shortly, we've still got about 2.5 minutes to go. But I don't see why you can't make an ecological disaster a great, funky, upbeat song.
Earth is dying.
Yeah.
Get the funk out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You see the video for Please Don't Judas Me.
Okay, well, you know, why not? Why not? I mean, if people can be happy while they're sad and make happy music so that they're crying at the same time, why can't we make an ecological disaster fun? Literally.
You know, because the video that Chad made for Please Don't Judas Me is pretty damn grim. And we thought about it and figured, well, it is grim, you know. So yeah, okay. And if people get upset about it, maybe they'll do something about it before we all choke on, you know, 6-pack rings and McDonald's bags and boxes and stuff. I mean, that, what is it, a 2.5 mile long island of plastic?
Yep.
Please.
Come on, man. We can do that again.
And all the fish. Yeah.
Okay, the question I have is, yes, that is out there floating around in the ocean. Why is nobody picking it up?
Well, because they put it out in the ocean so they didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, I know that, but everybody says, hey, listen, look at this. It's a big ass mess. But why isn't somebody cleaning it up?
I think somebody's probably looking into developing some condos or something on it.
Why not? If the Africans can make jandals or flip-flops out of tyres, surely there's got to be a way of thinking here.
I mean, think about it, plastic is just another petroleum product that goes into everything.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
uses for that stuff.
Let's go back to the desk, guys. Love that big feel, that big band feel to that track. I really, really do. And Becca, I've said it to you before, please do not change what you do. Absolutely love your vocals. And I think it is an absolute pleasure to be able to have a chat to you. Dale Cole is checking up on us. We better behave ourselves now.
DC.
Yeah, DC's on board. Better behave ourselves, I suppose.
I'm on record as saying this is Dale's fault.
This is Dale's fault.
Yeah.
Happy accidents, I guess.
Most definitely.
Well, okay, well, why not? Let's all blame Dale Cole for whatever happens right now. And that's like the
They like the
McPhersons.
idea, don't they?
It's like the McPhersons, literally. they named themselves after a band, and I said to them, you know, Peter McPherson, what's going on? You know, you've got all of these guys in the band, but nobody by the name of Peter McPherson. How come you named them that? And they went, basically, it's about talking about somebody in the room without letting them know that you're talking about them. You know what I mean?
I'm really bad at it, I don't try. We're talking about you.
That's a...
This is a creative consultant.
Oh, okay. I thought it was your doorbell.
No, it was the dog warning me that there's a dog 5 stories below us in the parking lot.
Oh.
Yeah, serious stuff.
I bet. 6 cents dog. Guys, we are going to have to move on, unfortunately. We have other interviews that we've got to do today. So I really got to appreciate every minute that I spend with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us here in New Zealand.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
It's always so much fun.
Always so much fun.
You know, I am so looking forward to catching up with you guys live in person and sitting down, shooting the shit basically, and having a few beers and getting into trouble. What do you reckon?
Sounds like a game.
We're really good at getting in trouble, that's for sure.
Well,
I'm there.
And as a retired criminologist, I could probably get us out of it too.
yeah. This is true. Yeah, absolutely. But I tell you what, if you're ever going to come to New Zealand and play in front of New Zealand audiences, all I can say is bail money. Bring bail money.
Jot that down.
Yeah. Let's
See here, Margaret
Listen to that story of Jim. Fortunately, he had a suitcase full of money. Otherwise, he'd still be in love.
Yeah, believe me, John, the last time I found somebody with a suitcase full of money, they'd just come running out of a bank.
Christian friend.
And I've got to be honest, when this mandate came in with the masks and everything like that, did it feel weird to go to a bank with a mask and a hat on and everybody smiles at you?
Yeah.
Something that would have been, you know, like really suspicious of 2 years ago is now expected.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I tell you what, when this first started up, the only person that was upset about it, I've got to be honest with you, is the minister that runs the computer software for facial recognition for the police. He's going, hey, hold on, my stuff ain't working.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
Casinos in Las Vegas were freaking out too, sure.
hang in there for a minute and we'll just switch over to the other studio. So for those of you that have joined us this morning on Facebook Live, thank you so much for doing it. For our Galaxy faithful, absolutely brilliant of you all to be joining us this morning here at Galaxy. If you're going to watch it a little later on YouTube, you know what to do, right? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell, bingo. Have a very happy and successful and safe weekend. See you on Monday. But in the meantime, let's go back over to the other studio. And got to say, we're so happy to be in association with Rise Up TV. Yes, Big Record and, of course, Sony Music, The Orchard. You're right here at Galaxy. Good afternoon.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music The Orchard.